Well, hello there. Well, look who it is. It's hi, hello. Welcome back to the show. The Add this to the list of great intros. I've got to be up to like 50 by now of just stunningly bad intros, and this is another one. I'm good, man. I'm good. So, hi everybody, welcome back to Animal Crossing every day. I'm playing Animal Crossing every day. Today is one of the days. We got that super toilet yesterday. I'm gonna leave my turnips. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna keep my turnips with me because we're going to check to see how much the turnips cost. Because that's how the economy works, isn't it? Okay, let me see. So hi everybody, hello. My name, we did that already. What's up? Y'all good? Do you have apples? We have a special offer today to study birdhouse. As always, we have a wide variety of other items as well. Why not stop by? Alright. We got a present from the post office. What the hell is that about? What could the post office possibly give to me that I would need? That I would say thank you very much, Mr. Post Office. That I would be in their debt for the present. I'm excited. I don't remember the post office ever sending me a letter before. Oh yeah, we got that medal for something. We gotta put that into the house. We got a medal. An autumn medal. Yes, we did. We'd like to offer you a token of our appreciation in honor of our most loyal patronage, as well as to commemorate the fact that you saved 1 million bells. I did. I saved 1 million bells. Can you believe that? So many bells. I have so much money. And yet I can't even afford a bigger house. What's that about? This is a tissue. A tissue? Huh? Excuse me? Alright, where's my other medal? There's one medal. Okay, let's get rid of the vase. And we'll turn that around. Let me have a look. First of all, let me see if I can put the tissue down. This is a box of tissues. You kidding me? What the hell? And then the metal. The autumn metal isn't as nice as the other metal. But let's put them beside each other. Boop, boop, boop. Drop. I don't understand the tissues, but let's put the tissues down anyway. There must be a reason I got the tissues. It must be expensive or something. It's probably solid gold tissues. That's what I imagine it to be. Anyway, now we can go to see Tom Nook. And I can begin the show and I can talk about the things that I want to talk about. And of course, the thing that I want to talk about today, logically, of course you know, is I want to talk about my good friend, Mr. Potato. Now, Mr. Potato, when I say he's my good friend, I don't really mean that we were good friends. That's a little bit of hyperbole, but I'm aware of Mr. Potato. He was a legend around town, Mr. Potato. Every town has a local legend. And our local legend was Mr. Potato. Everybody would come from far around and see him and say hello to him. They would come in. He was part of the local freak show. There was a lot of people in the freak show. They weren't very good at the freaky stuff though. So they would have like a tattooed woman, and you're like, women can get tattoos in this day and age. It's ridiculous to even suspect that they can't, you know. But hey, it fascinated a lot of people. People were like, wow, that's a lot of tattoos for a woman, you know. I agree. You shouldn't say it, but people were saying it. 80 per turnip is pretty good because we bought them for 77, but I think we could hold out. You know what? Fuck it. No. You know what? Not fuck it. We're going to keep it. I think we can hold out for better than an increase of 3 bells. I'm keeping the turnips, guys. I'm keeping the turnips. Ooh, so people would come in, they'd be like, hello, Mr. Potato. And he would look at them and then he would say hello back to them and they would like, ooh, he can talk. And Mr. Potato would be like, of course, I can talk, you know. So Mr. Potato, he was a local legend because he was more part of the time. But like I said, he was in the traveling freak show. So he would travel around with the freaks. But he was our freak. Do you know what I mean? One of the freaks had a hand coming out of the front of their face. Okay, like, you know, on their forehead, there was just a little hand. And I mean a little hand. It wasn't a big one, right? It was like a little kind of withered hand, right? A very small hand coming out of the forehead. Here is Pierce. Hello. Hey, what's happening? Have we met before? Winger? Because I don't remember you. My name's Pierce. And I've got it. Good meeting you, Explody. Oh, Pierce. We meet again. You probably want something, don't you? What's up? Your name sort of sounds like a type of food to me. Ew. Oh, I know what made me think of that. I just got some awesome fruit from Eloise. The thing is, though, I'm on this new diet. Yeah, it's sort of insane, but I'm trying to drop my body fat to a single digit. Uh-oh. So I'm going to throw you this peach for free. I already have a peach. But thank you. What a lovely gift. And here's Mitzi. Mitzi, would you like une peach? What am I doing in a place like this? I live here. Would you like to play a game? I've got some cards in my pocket with prices for some things I own written on them. I'll pull one of the cards out of my pocket, and then you'll buy the item written on the card for that price. No item over 3,000 bells. Okay, let's try. You like living life on the edge, don't you? Let's take a look at the item first. It's a floral wall. I'll just hand this over now. Okay, let's see what the price is. Oh, yep, that's pretty good. Wasn't that exciting? It certainly was, Mitzi. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So there was the tattooed lady who I think wasn't that impressive. There was the guy with the hand on his face, which was slightly more impressive because that was pretty weird. There was the guy with no legs, which you know, it felt weird calling him a freak. You're like, he probably needs medical attention. And we're sitting laughing at him, but you know, whatever. I don't care. So Mr. Potato was part of the freaks, and he was in the freak show. And they put him behind like a big cage because they said he could be volatile, right? They're like, Mr. Potato has a very friendly name, but he could turn on you in a second like a tiger. So they were like, why didn't he call him Mr. Tiger? And the man who went to the freak show was like, don't tell me how to run my business. His name is Mr. Potato, alright? Nobody was really sure why he was called Mr. Potato. And nobody knows what his real name is. Other than he was just called Mr. Potato, right? He didn't look like a potato. I thought it was going to be something like that, where he looked like a potato. And then, you know, that's why they call him Mr. Potato. He didn't even. I don't think he looked like a potato at all. He didn't act like a potato. He didn't have the personality of a potato, in my opinion. But, yeah, they called him Mr. Potato. They had him in this cage, right? So then people would walk up, they'd be like, hello, and he would say hello back, and they would go, ooh. And he'd be like, what? What, you didn't think I could speak English? They were amazed. Because if you put something behind a cage like that, people automatically think that there's something wrong with that guy, right? They're like, there's got to be a reason why he's behind the cage. So there, everybody who came in was like, oh, I can't believe this man's talking to me like a real person. Why wouldn't he? Right? He's just a guy. He's just Mr. Potato. But he would amuse everybody. And they would sit and have conversations with Mr. Potato. And then it turns out he's an intelligent man. Mr. Potato. Or certainly more intelligent than any of these bumpkins gave him credit for. And they didn't give him any credit whatsoever. So they were like, wow, Mr. Potato, have you ever eaten soup? And he'd be like, yeah, of course. And they're like, "Ooh, he's eating soup." They would like turn to each other and like nudge each other in the ribs, like, "Oh, he's eating soup. Can you believe it? He's eating soup." Everybody was amazed at this. And again, I feel like I remember being there, being like, "This isn't a great freak show." I'm starting to think that the guy with the little withered hand on his head, he just glued a glove to his head. That's what I'm starting to think. You know, the guy with no legs. I feel sorry for that guy, but like, did you just chop his legs off? What's going on here? This isn't a great freak show. You couldn't say it to the man who owned the freak show. You couldn't say that to him because he got angry. And he had a whip. Sometimes he would whip the freak show people. And I didn't like that either. I didn't think that was appropriate. It's not like they were doing anything wrong. There was a strong man in the freak show. And I'm like, what's freaky about a strong man? Right? Some people are really strong. That's normal. But yeah, it's a good way to get a living, I guess, is to travel with a freak show. So Mr. Potato would travel with a freak show. I thought they put him in like a potato sack or whatever, like he'd wear a potato sack. No. So I'm saying, like, they had no relationship to potatoes whatsoever. It was very strange. I didn't understand it. But they called him Mr. Potato. And sometimes he would, like, if he was talking to kids, like if a kid would come up and was like having a good time talking to him, he would lean up against the big cage, the bars of the cage, and he'd look at the kid. I'd go, "Look at this kid," and he'd pull one of his front teeth down. He'd pull one of his front teeth out, and then stick his tongue through the little hole in the teeth, and then put his tooth back in, right? And the kids were like, "Oh my god, it's amazing," right? I mean, it's not amazing. People have false teeth, you know. But he was able to entertain the kids, and they loved him. The kids loved Mr. Potato. I think a lot of the time, whenever you were like, "What's your favorite part of the freak show?" people would be like, "It's Mr. Potato," you know. They had a two-headed dog. That to me was amazing. I was like, now that's something cool. A two-headed dog? When do you ever see a two-headed dog? Very infrequently, in my opinion. In my esteem. I find it very, very unlikely that I see a two-headed dog. But I thought that was the best part of the freak show. The two-headed dog. They had something called an evil goose. It was a goose, and it would give you the side eye. And then if you went up to it, it would snap at you. And I'm like, guys, it's a goose in a cage. Like, obviously it's going to snap at you. But they were like, no, it's evil. It's good. It's very evil. It's an evil goose. I was like, I think it's a regular goose. But again, you have to be careful slagging off the freak show, because then the man would come over and whip you. Nobody likes being whipped by the man, let me tell you. So, I don't know what happened to Mr. Potato, you know. I'm sure he made a good living in the traveling show. But the tickets were always like pretty cheap, as I recall, to get in. And, you know, I wonder what happened to a lot of those freaks. It seems weird calling them freaks, but that's what they were advertised as. So, how do you win? You know, what do you do? I certainly don't know. I don't have the answer. But next time you meet somebody like Mr. Potato, pat him on the head, give him a biscuit. That's my advice. Well, that'll do. That's an episode. Mr. Potato is an episode, I think. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching today's episode about the freak show. It's totally real. Don't think it's not real. Oh. So, there you go. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. I really appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow for more Animal Crossing fun. I'd love it if you were there with me. We'll both have a good time. Thank you very much. And I will see you soon. Goodbye, my friends.